Hi everyone, my name is Jens. I'm, as mentioned, partner and head of growth in Zenergy Bali. Quick presentation here I have for you today, why it makes sense to invest in Bali, why investors are choosing it, and why it makes sense to come in now. And also a brief about how it would work coming in, the residence you get, and of course also the project that I'm here presenting today. So a quick market overview in Bali. As you can see here over in the tourist arrival, for the past 25 years, tourism has been increasing in Bali. Of course, we had a little dip in the COVID, what we're seeing across the world. And as this asset is highly connected to the tourist accommodation, of course, we saw a little drop. We're now pre-COVID levels, so it's again growing every single year. Again, even after the Iran conflict that we're all, of course, impacted by, we had a 10% growth in March this year compared to last year. Here you also see the division of where people are coming. Every single year, Bali is getting a lot of different awards: best island destination, best honeymoon destination, best couple destination, etc. And it's continued every single year for 25 years. The investment landscape. Bali has, as we like to say, 365 days of high season. We do have dry season, we do have wet season, but we have people coming all year round. As you can see here, we do have a slight increase in July and August, but it's a pretty stable tourist arrivals all year round. And of course also, since Bali is the main tourism hotspot in Indonesia, massive country, then they're also highly investing into infrastructure projects, new airports, railway. As you can see here, we have the coastal infrastructure where we're doing our project as well. So the government is pumping money into Bali to make it sustainable so it can grow long term as well. Also, when you're investing into Bali, the investments are typically fully managed. It means that you don't have to worry about, do I need to do accounting, do I need to get a management company, all this other stuff. It's handled. You can come to Bali if you want, and if you don't want, you can just stay away and make money. Also, of course, there's a strong rental yield. We have low taxes. What we're also doing is that we're helping optimize for tax. So instead of you trying to figure out the jungle of different laws in other countries, then we're making sure that we can optimize for that, so you can get higher returns as well. And also, when you're investing, we're helping you get residency. I'll go a little bit deeper into that soon as well. So we have established our product in the wellness. And the reason we're doing that, Bali is one of the wellness hotspots in the world. Health, longevity, wellness are all things that are growing. It's technology, it's the COVID crisis that we saw. People are getting more focused on their health, and especially when you're making a lot of money, like you sacrifice your health to get wealth, and then once you get wealth, you realize, oh shit, I need to go back into health. Pardon my language. So it's a very, very growing sector, so we're doing it in that as well, and Bali is also leading that. Got a few numbers for you here as well in terms of why it makes sense. You're spending more, and once you care about your health, or that's a priority for you, you're also okay with spending more. As you can see here, it's also growing in Bali every single year, so it's something that is also sustainable for the long term. Also, the sustainability angle is also very important in Bali. The Balinese government and the government in Indonesia is also highly focused on this now. Sustainability in tourists are also more conscious, high spending when they're conscious in products. So it's very important for them, or for a lot of people coming to Bali, that they see, okay, well, what is the waste management? Is there being recycled? Is there enclosed water systems? All these different kind of things. Wink, wink, we have that in our product, of course, also. That's also something that makes the client spend more, and of course, that in terms gets a greater rental yield. As you can see here, as put up, our product's name is Zenergy, by the way. Zen and energy combined. And we right now have been from the beginning making our projects with the architects, with the construction companies and everything, in order to get these high-level sustainability certifications. And once we have these certifications, for example, LEED Zero, it also means that instantly when we get that certification, the properties, what we see across the world, when they get this certificate, jumps 25%. So that's also something that, of course, adds to the investors. It's solar systems, so that we have no reliance on the grids that are in Bali. It can be unsustainable. Sometimes there can be blackouts. We want to make sure it's sustainable, and we want to make sure that the investors also have a low utility bill. It's waste management, it's composting, making biogas from all the things that are in the resort, making sure that we're not adding to the problem of plastic that we do see on some beaches, because there's a little bit of current going up between Lombok and Bali, for the people who's familiar with the area. And also we have this closed loop water system, so it means that we're collecting the rainwater, we're remineralizing it, we're of course filtering it, and we're making it structured hydrogen water, so you can drink from the tap, you can drink from the shower, something that is also very, very hard to find in Bali. We've chosen to build in Kalidasa, which is on the eastern side of Bali, as you can see here. The southern part of Bali is highly populated, there is massive congestion, and what the Balinese government with the Jakarta government are trying to do is to help spread it out, so it's more sustainable to have increase over time. Right now, Kalidasa here. This is, by the way, the image of the beach where Zenergy is going to be built, right here. Right now we're leveling the ground, finished in 2 years. Right now the government is building the biggest reconstruction in all of Bali along the coast. It means beach walk, biggest white sand beach, wave breakers to support the beach and everything. And that is just one thing that adds to the reason that we're building Kalidasa. See that here too. We have a very compact area where we have everything. Mountains, jungle, you have friendly monkeys. You don't have that in Ubud, by the way. You have extremely good diving. I go free diving straight off from the coast. A little bit about me there. And we have over 1 million tourists coming to Karangasang, which is the area that Kalidasa is in, together with Ahmed. So we do already have a supply of people coming there, but we don't have the same level as construction and as we're doing with Zenergy. We do have one competitor, who's a 5-star competitor, for those familiar with Amman. Their room rate, in order for us their room rate is 4 times the amount that we're going to be charging, even though they're also 5-star, we're also 5-star. And for us to charge a room rate, we're going to be able to receive that 13% ROI that you guys can also hear more about if you come into our booth later. As I already mentioned, the beach is being reconstructed. What actually happened 40 years ago was that Kalidasa was becoming a major tourism hotspot, and then they needed more accommodation. So the local population went out. They destroyed the coral reef by bombing it because they needed construction materials. That changed ocean currents. The beach eroded, and then the tourism sort of damped down a little bit. Now, as you can see here, an image from a couple of weeks ago, the government are also still building now. So it's really speeding up the progress of how Kalidasa is evolving for the future. Here's an image of Zenergy. This is a little image from the spa. Quick overview. It's a longevity and wellness resort. We're making sure that you're getting cash flow monthly. It's appreciating over time because we have 50% longer leases than you have in Bali. Typically you have 25 years plus maybe 10 or 15. We have 75 years, so there's a lot more room to also do a great exit. Of course, you can use it as a life asset as well. You can come down. If you don't want to come down, completely up to you, but you can always come and use it as your own home. It can be a retirement home, it can be a holiday home, whatever you like. And then it's also a path to residency. We have different types of suites. Now here is a render from our penthouse. And we have different 1-bedrooms, 2-bedrooms, all the way up to penthouse. They span from Sing dollar that's around 450 up to around 3.5 million for the big ones here. It's also optional to come in on fractional. So our starting price are 112 Sing dollar. Now this is one of the rooms. We've made it in a luxury Indonesian style. We didn't want to go as a lot of people do. They try and do all this European style. We wanted to integrate it into the ecosystem, make it sustainable long term. People don't go to Bali to see a European villa. They should go to Bali to see Bali. And that's why we're implementing it as this. Here are some similar resorts that are doing the same as us in the other parts of the world, Spain, Mexico, Thailand, etc. Many others. As you can see here for the room rates, when people are coming in and they want to prioritize their health, 1,300, 600, 500, this is in euros by the way, so yeah, even more in dollars, of course Sing dollars also. What people are doing here is that they're coming in on health programs, which we're also doing at Zenergy. You're coming in as a guest, you're getting your blood tested, you're getting your VO2 max, you're getting DNA swab, and then you get a whole health program based on your profile. So instead of just supplementing in general and trying to do things that are good for your health that you've heard maybe in a magazine or an article from a friend, you actually have implemented advice based on where you are. So this is a personalized approach. It's what we're doing in Zenergy for the guests and also for the owners that we're going through. As you can see here, our partnership model is that essentially you own the assets, we do everything else. We do the management, we do the tax, we do every single thing that is needed to be done. You can come and use it when you want. If you don't want to be there, we'll handle everything else and we'll send you a monthly check into the company. As I mentioned, we have a booth here and we're in the middle here. Happy to have a conversation with anybody who would like to know more about Bali. Very, very quick overview. Sorry, I only have a couple of minutes to do this. Happy to have a conversation with you if you would like to hear more. And yeah, thank you for your time.